As a president, like this problem that we are having today was done like in the last government, when they passed a legislation that a government can go ahead and borrow the money even without consulting the National Assembly, and up to a certain level. And this is what has made this country to overborrow. You remember when they came, when His Excellency, the President, came in, he said that he wants this country to be self-sustainable, whereby we are not going to borrow. We want this country to be like Mali, that it has been able to pay all its debts and has no any debt, because this is something, because you remember, during the Moise era, Moi never used to borrow the money from outside. And that's why you find like, despite the fact that the economy was not doing, reaching to everybody, but you find like the shilling was very strong, and then the manufacturing was everywhere in this country. So from where I sit in that point of the debts, I will also do the inquiry on the debts that were committed by the previous governments that has existed before. Because we want to know, like, for example, the Eurobond, where did it go? And we have so many issues. Because you remember, like, in the previous, when we were talking about last time, the people who involved in the, like, for example, the Eurobond, there were people who were employed in the Treasury, advisory, and those are some of the things that shows that we are not serious about the people who committed the atrocity, and they're the same people that we are also bringing back and messing up this country. So we will have to review the debts of this country and bring back the motion that Honorable Mtata had, so that we can also be able to scrutinize and get to know all the monies that came into this country. Did they do what they were intended to do as a president of this Republic of Kenya?
Two questions, Mheshimiwa. Kidogo tu.
How are you going to vie with the same party?
First of all, this movement is not about any other person. It's about the Kenyans. Are we there? It's about the Kenyans. So if they will say that they will give me that political party to vie on it, I will not accept, I will not refuse. But if they don't, we are going to launch a political party, a political movement. And this one is going to be rolled out. So it's about them to decide whether they want me to be, because now the party leader, if he's not showing the interest to vie as a president, then he should give me that political party to vie on it. If he doesn't, then I will come up with a new political movement that now will shape the politics of this country.
Now,
Sorry?
Have you spoken with your party leader aware that you are going to vie?
No, I don't know, because you see now that is my personal decision. It is my personal decision because I have the heaviness of this country. And that's why we are taking the risk of, even like, for example, most of the members will say, why can't you get maybe the pension for first? But we don't care, because we are looking at the future of this country, and we must shape the politics of this country. Yes.
It's my time, eh? Sasa, ukiangalia kidogo umekimbisha syllabus, eh? Now, tukirudi pale Mumias East, ukiangalia records for the past 2 years, ulikuwa na Kiharu, Muranga, then Mumias East. Ukaijenga barabara, kuna KMDC, ukaimaliza. How did you manage kujenga KMDC hadi umaliza? Kwa sababu ukiangalia wabunge wengine, hata painting alone,
maybe because we really wanted to focus on the national, on the presidency. Yes. Because that is where we really wanted to focus. But it's about, and that is what the leadership comes from. And you have asked a very good question, by the way. The leadership, it's about how you frame. And I will also want to ask, as a member as a president, this is what I'm proposing as a member of parliament. I will ensure that the CDF is given more powers, because the members that can be able just to oversight. My work, what I've been able to do, is to provide leadership and to make sure that whoever is given is completing the project on time and proper planning. And because of that, I can be able to plan for this country the best way that has never been happened before. And also bring the professionals on board what has been happening in this country. When I win this election, I will go for the professors. I will go for the people who have a elaborate knowledge on various fields so that we can be able to fix the messes that have been happening there.
Mr. President,
Mheshimiwa, you
Yes.
have been looking for a wife.
We are not looking for a wife right now. We are on serious business.
Mr. President,
Mheshimiwa, I have a question.
justice denied
Yes.
and justice delayed is justice denied, right? There are so many Gen Zs who lost their lives last year, and we saw from the BBC documentary that was released yesterday, right? Are you going to go after the killer cops and bring everyone to justice? Because our hearts are still aching, and we need someone who can take action. We have just been seeing the president going around and nothing being done. What are you going to do on that as the president?
First of all, I know every time the life is sacred. And as a leader, as a national leader who has been anointed, you must have a principle that the life is sacred. And you must respect the life because it's godly given and it's godly. And so as a leader, if I take over, we must also get to inquire, the commission of inquiry, to know who are these perpetrators and whatever. We know, yes, you have to protect the property, but was it just justifiable that you can kill? And even the story that was there where those people quarry, we want to know, like those bodies that were retrieved, where did they go? When there was a guy who was arrested at one point and then disappeared from. What happened on that? So we must, so that we can account for every life that God has given to us. So as a leader, I have to protect, because you, when you're given as a constitution, you have to protect the citizen, and you abide by the constitution, that your work is to protect the lives of your people. And that is what I will have to do.
Mheshimiwa, I have a question. In regards to freedom of speech, in our government here currently, there is no freedom of speech. People are even scared to talk about their issues. How will your government ensure that there's freedom of speech in our nation?
First of all, if you allow the people to speak, it also makes you to know where the problem is. You must allow the people, as a president, allow the people to speak. Like, for example, when I do, maybe on social media, there are those who will insult you. There are those who will put up a very good point. So as a person, as a leader, we must allow the freedom of expression under my leadership.
I'm live here and there is one of my fans are insisting on yesterday's BBC. They're saying that you've not given it out.
Yeah, I've given a very strong statement. It's only that maybe they didn't see it. But we want to condemn, because I was there. I was at the parliament by that time when that young man was being killed. We were there. And I think as when I take over as a president of the Republic of Kenya, I will also ask for the religious leaders to come and cleanse the parliament, because the parliament, the blood, for the first time in history, since its inception, the blood was shed at the gates of the parliament. So we must also have to cleanse it so that we can purify it. It can be a holy place where good things will always come from.
Should Gachagua call you to the table and ask you to partner with him, will you accept?
First of all, I cannot refuse, but the thing, I don't want to be like Kinamurara. I don't want the people to be called and be like Murara. I'm a principled man. And that is how you want to be the member of parliament of Mumias East constituency. I don't believe in money thing. Yes, money is important, but I believe in the spirit of consistency. I believe in the spirit of determination. And if they will say that, Peter Salasya, you are a good man, we have seen what you have done, we want to support you to be the president of the Republic of Kenya, then let them support me. And I will deliver in the morning by saa 12, I'll be the president of the Republic of Kenya, and I'll be able, within 90 days of my leadership, Kenya will be the happiest people. By the way, Kenya will be the happiest, because every system will be running. Yes.
You have a very corrupt police force.
Yes.
How are you going to do? How are you going to curb the corruption that is?
I think that is a very important, because you see, there was that Maraga report that was done before, was tabled, but because of many reasons, it has not been picked. It has not started it off, because they believe, and we must get to know what makes the police in this country to be corrupt. Look at the United States of America. The police have been given the mandate even to vote and even to endorse the leadership. So we must also allow the police people also to contribute in the leadership of this country. So I will bring the freedom in the police, and so that they can also be talked and be able to free to talk about the issues.
Honorable Moeshi ya mwisho labda, from the perspective of a resident in Mumias East, you have done so much and probably they expect you in your second term to do again what they really expect of you. Now that you are leaving them and you're going for the top seat, somehow they are skeptical and saying, okay, if you don't take this seat, where will you be? What will be the fallback position?
First of all, what we are doing is that we are going around this country. I'm going around and talking to the young people, to the mothers, to the dreamers, every person who is dreaming for a better Kenya. If they will accept me to go, I will say yes. If they will say, wait, then I will say, okay, let me go back, but I'm the best choice for this country.
Does that mean you have not spoken to the ground?
No, the ground is okay. The ground, because I've told them that the oil has already been poured on me from the clouds, from the heavens. So they have allowed, they say that, go ahead. But if they bring whatever they see that you are not, then come back to us. But I have faith in that we are going to pick this thing very early.
Honorable, niko na swali hapa.
Yes.
Na mimi najiuliza hivi, sababu wewe ni MP. Do you feel that Kenya tuko na deni ya China kweli? Mimi hiyo swali nimeishi kuiuliza mimi kwangu kwa moyo wangu. Sababu nikiangalia hakuna vile venye naweza kuwa na deni yako, alafu tena bado sijamaliza kulipa deni yako, alafu tena narudi na kukopa. Na tunaonanga huko China unapata tulikuwa na ile deni yenye ilikuwa imeachwa na the previous president Uhuru Kenyatta. Alafu tena unapata William Ruto pia anarudi huko hivyo na bado wao wanatupatia. Do you feel, mimi wanga si feel kabisa kama Kenya iko na deni ya China?
I think what you have just raised, we have just said that we'll have to do an inquiry. Because it has never come out openly, and no one wishes to disclose any information about the deaths in this country. It's okay.
Yesterday, going through comments, watu walikuwa wanasema, now that you've gone for a bigger seat, you need to change your ways, wache kwenda klabu, wache kupati, yani utulie.
I think that is a very important thing now, because you see, now let me tell you one thing. Because you see, what you have just said is very okay. And what I'm going to do going forward, first of all, I'll also have my own time. I know my time to work. I know my time to have my own time. So I will have my own time. I will not post myself having my own time. I will not post, because right now I'm presidential. So, but I have my own time to do my things so that I can refresh myself. Some people, they make bad decisions because they are always stressed up. So if you are stressed up, you make bad decisions.
Alafu SALASYA hapa hivi ukiangalia, mimi nauliza hivi.
Ngoja tulia, nani tu wewe umeuliza twende kwingine.
Nauliza.
Boss wanaokusumbua.
In Kenya to become the president? Commercialization of weed hemp.
Sorry?
Are we looking into the legalization of marijuana to become the president?
No, that is not a priority. My priority is to bring back industrialization in this country. The manufacturing, where Moi left us, we must go back there. The engineering department, that we, instead of importing the machinery to do and making the cost of production in this country to be expensive, we must introduce those things. And that is what we are looking at. We want to look at, we'll have a report of all factories that collapsed because during Moi we used to process everything. And that is where we are going to start from.